Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you'd like to know how I got this look today, please continue watching. I have my glasses. So, guys, I've prepped my skin, and I'll have everything listed down in the description box what I used. And just my lips are feeling a little bit dry today, so I'm going to go in with my Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm Yummy Gummy from e.l.f. This is a... Oh, the smell of this one is so good, guys. I just gotta get some squeezed out. See how dry my lips are? So important to stay hydrated too. So, just because I can get a little bit more dehydrated, I got my big glass of water here. I love water. Anyway, guys, so I'm ready to go ahead and start. And the first product I'm going to use is actually from the Fenty. I'm going to use my Fenty foundation today. I might actually get outdoors for a little bit today. It's supposed to be really pretty this afternoon and not terribly high. It's still under 20 here, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. Not at all. So I'm just going to get some of my foundation on and spread out. Yeah, so finally, things have been warming up, but they've been doing it a bit slower. Hopefully we're going to have a nice summer like we did last summer, and there we go. So I got my foundation on and I've got it blended into my skin. And the next product I'm going to go in with is my Tower 28 Concealer. And I'll just get my brush and I'm just going to put some of the product on. So while I let this set just for a minute, I'm going to actually start my eyebrows at the same time, just to get them started. And that way I'm using my time a little bit more wisely while shooting my videos. I'm just trying to sort of troubleshoot there a little bit just to see if I can work on getting things balanced out a little bit better. And so that was the Sephora eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to use my Rare Beauty eyebrow gel, laminating gel, and I get this from Sephora, and this is my very favorite one. I've tried different gels before, but this is definitely my favorite. So I'm just going to do my eyebrows, so I'm going to just thin them out a little bit today. I just want to go a little bit more natural shape. There we go. And I'll let that dry for a little bit before I actually use my NYX Lift and Snatch pen just to color them in a little bit. Now I'm just going to blend out my Tower 28 concealer. And by doing this, I'm just going to get a more coverage from the concealer. And I'm just going to pat it right here. And this is where I get like most of my sort of discoloration. It's not terrible or anything, but I'm just going to try to concentrate it here just a little bit more just to see if I can get... But the downside for me is like where I'm in my 50s and I don't really want the product to, become too thick either. So I have to find that happy medium. So I'm always playing around to see what works. So I just thought I'd give this a go and see how my skin likes it. There we go. I'll just try to get it under and blend it under my eyelashes. There we go. Good. Lovely. just go up on my eyelid again, just right here. Okay, and the next product I'm going to use, guys, is my Rare Beauty bronzer in Happy Soul. This is just such a beautiful bronzer, guys. It was my very first Sephora bronzer I got, and what a beautiful product this is. And I think that, you know, once maybe at the next Sephora sale, I'm going to repurchase another one. It is still one of my favorite bronzers. I just love the formula of this one. It's so beautiful. Yeah, out of the cream bronzers. I like my other ones too. It's not that I don't, but it's just this one is so pretty. So pretty. I like having it in my collection, and I think that's it more than anything. I like having it in my collection. All right, guys, so now that I've got my creams on, I'm not going to go in with a cream blush today. I'm just going to go ahead and set this, and I'll use my Mercier setting powder. This is just such a good powder. I just shook up what was in the cap there, just so I can pick it up on my sponge and just set some of this product. There we go. This is a really pretty setting powder though, guys, because it is blurring and it sets and it does help my makeup last. So, you know, I really like it. It's a really pretty one. It don't feel cakey on the skin either. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go off screen. I'm going to finish doing my eyebrows, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm back, and I have my eyebrows completed, and I also created this fun sort of bright look today, and I used my Oden's Eye Earthwood palette, and this is really pretty. I love the shadows, and this beautiful one is either a duo or a multi-chrome, but it is such a beautiful eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do is just show you how I achieved this look today. The first shadow I'm going to use is this beautiful green one down here. And I'm just going to build this up in my inner corner here. And I'll bring it out about 3/4 of the way. So I'm just going to blend this color in. And then I'm just going to come around underneath just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of color down there. Okay. And then the next color I'm going to use is this beautiful purple here. Purple and green go so beautifully together. I just felt like a purple-green eyeshadow look today. Just in the mood for it. I was thinking about it. It's like I have to do it if I'm thinking about it that much. But maybe next time I'm going to try to do something different. But I do love this look. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to bring these two until they meet, and I try not to overlap it too much because it'll get muddy. Then I'm going to use this beautiful deep purple here. I'm just going to build up some of that color right here in the outer corner, and then I'm going to do some blending, and I'll come under the eye a little bit. Just get some of the blending done. Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with some NYX glitter glue. is. I say it, but I think it's called Glitter Primer. I just call it glitter glue all the time. I'm so bad at that. But it is a glitter primer. So what it's going to do is just help your shimmery shadows adhere to the lid a little bit better. It reduces fallout because sometimes you can get a lot of fallout from the shimmers and then your face is full of sparkles. And for that reason, some people will do their eyeshadows first, and sometimes I do too for funsies, depending on my look and the type of eyeshadow I'm using. I don't get much fallout with my Oden's eye palettes, but that's just me. I'm going to go in with this purple here next. And I'm just going to go right over just that deep purple there. And it's sort of at the line between the outer blending and where I have no shadow. And then the next one, I'm going to use this gorgeous green down here. And this one here is the one that has the multiple colors in it, or at least two. I can see two. Really beautiful. Beautiful eyeshadow look here. Fun, different. But because now I'm like playing with these shadows, I'm like, ooh, now I start seeing other possibilities. And so now I'm like getting ideas for other eyeshadow looks. And okay, guys, so I'm at that point. I'm just going to use a little bit of my e.l.f. palette, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. And this is just my preference. You can actually just choose a shadow, a nice light shadow from a palette, but I just like doing this personally for myself. I'm in my 50s and I love my bold looks, so I got to tone it down just a little bit somehow, and that's how I do it. And it just, it's how I sort of like doing it. The last thing I'm going to do, guys, is I have to go in with a little bit of a shadow liner because I want some more depth right next to the my lash line there. And I know I'm tempted to try something a little bit different and see how it looks. I wonder, I'm just going to do a little test spot. I don't think that's going to turn out as well as I'd like. So I'm just going to go in with my purple one here and just sort of keep the colors sort of the same. So I'm just going to deepen up my shadow here. I'm just not that brave, even though they're just powders. And if you really don't like something, take it off and start again if you got the time. And if you don't, go with something that you're comfortable with. But I'm retired now, so I've got the time. If I mess up, I can easily just start again, and there aren't any time constraints there for me. But what there are constraints with is my physical health, because sometimes I'd be too sore to start again. But that's okay, because like I try to shoot a couple of videos ahead anyway, just in case I have some bad days. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to use a little bit more of this nice purple, and I'm just going to blend that out. I like to smoke it out a bit. Oh, this is a really nice shadow, and it's smoking out really pretty. I really like this color here. It's like a plum color. I'm going to go under my lash line here a little bit. I think that I might just, again, keep it sort of the same today and not go too crazy. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that green just under here. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I like that. That's so pretty. All right, so guys, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and just finish off my powders. And I think what I'll do, I'm just going to use a little bit of, there it is, my House Labs bronzer. I'm just going to touch that over the bronzer I have down. That is not my bronzer brush. Here it is. So I'm just going to go over my bronzer a little bit. I've been quite pale lately, so having my bronzer has been a lifesaver. There we go. And then I'm going to use my new Dior blush that I got. And let's get some of this stuff on my cheeks. I really love this blush. It is absolutely stunning, guys. I really enjoy my Dior products. Their foundation products are absolutely phenomenal. Like, I love my stick foundation and the matte in their Forever line, the matte foundation. Oh, they are just beautiful, beautiful foundations. All right, guys, I like that. And let me see. Oh, I've got to contour my nose. I can't forget to do that. I would not like that at all. So I'm just going to go in. Here it is. I'm going to go down my nose first and do my little dot like an exclamation point. Then I'm going to use some of this color here. And I'm going to shape my nose and do my little Y here, because it's going to bring the eye line sort of down that way. And now I'm going to do some blending just so I don't have any harsh lines. And another blending that I'll do before this is all said and done is with my finishing powder. I'll go over these areas with my finishing powder to also blend them in, just so there's no harsh lines to be seen. There we go. I like that. So guys, the next thing will be the finishing powder. And I'll just put a little bit of this in sort of the T-zone area. Good. And just around any areas of the blush that I want to blend in, or like the bronzer, I just blend the edges in a bit. And lastly, I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury spray at this point. That being my favorite finishing setting spray. I really love my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Really loving how my eyeshadow look turned out so far. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my mascara. And I actually did a short sort of, because one of the things I was curious about, my Exaggerize versus my favorite Panorama from L'Oreal, which, you know, was there a difference between the two? And it was interesting. So guys, if you're interested, I think that short is going to be posted in the next couple of days, if not posted already. But I'd really love to hear your opinions on whether or not you see a difference. But for now, I'm just going to go in with my Panorama because I still love my Panorama. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back and I have my mascara on. And so for my lipstick today, I'm going to use my lip liner from Cheekbone Beauty in Clay. And what I'm going to do is just try to smudge that out just a little bit with my finger. that's so pretty. I like that. I really like my the lip liners from Cheekbone Beauty. Sorry about that, I dropped something. And for my lippy, I'm going to use my Oden's Eye Snuggle from the Love Language collection. This is such a hearty shade. Oh, I like that. I like this look. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed doing this makeup look. And if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out. And hit that notification bell. And that way you're notified of any future uploads. And if you enjoyed today's content, please give my video a like. That would be awesome. And leave a comment. I would really love to hear your opinion. Anyway, guys, I'm feeling good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a good day too.